Okay, good day once again, traders. Welcome to today's episode of my weekly Forex Forecast. This is Onunakotoshku speaking for Bazaros Capital. So, as you all know, I do this every week to bring you guys, updates on how I'm looking at trading the Forex market in the coming days. Like I always tell us, my trade strategy is very simple. First thing I do is to, find out the direction of the market. Once I've done that, I wait for price to come to, an area of value. When price gets to this area of value, I wait for my market participants to come in and I join them. For instance, once I've identified that the market is bearish, I wait for price to rise to my area of value, which for a bearish market is a resistance area. When the market comes to this resistance area, I wait for my sellers to come in, I'll join them. The same way, if the market is bullish, I wait for price to come to my area of value, which for a bullish market is a support area. From there, I wait for the buyers to come in, I'll join them. How do I identify the direction of the market? Normal, for a bearish market, lower highs, lower low, lower highs, lower low, lower highs, lower low. For a bullish market, higher highs, higher low, higher highs, higher low, higher highs, higher low. I also, look at the 200 EMA. If the price is trading below the 200 EMA, the market is bearish. If it's trading above the 200 EMA, the market is, bullish. I also have a ranging strategy, which when the market is ranging, I buy at demand or support and sell at supply or resistance. So, having said all this, let's just go right into the first pair we're looking at, which is the BTC/USD. So as you can see that the BTC/USD is clearly in a downtrend. Price have been making lower highs, lower low, lower highs, lower low, lower highs, lower low, and our 200 EMA price is trading below our 200 EMA. So with this, I've identified that the market is bearish. So the next step I'll be looking at is where can I sell the BTC/USD. I'm looking for an area of value, which I usually look for an area that price have used as a support or resistance area in the past, which if I'm looking at this area and I can see that this area is a good area that acted as resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, support here, support here, price come back to act as a support. I also want to check this area if it's lined up with my Fibonacci 5061.8. I also use the Fibonacci to confirm my area of value. You can see swing high, swing low, 5061.8, good support area, good resistance area, support that will come back to act as a resistance. From there price will go down. So as simple as that in the coming days I'll just be waiting for price to rise to this area. Price gets to this area, once the sellers come in at this point, this is where I'll be selling the BTC/USD and take the price down. Entry anywhere in this zone from 73.67. The sellers come in, I'll join. The stop loss will be above here at 73.195. TP1 will come back to this support area at 58.651. The TP2 will come back to this higher time frame target at 47.502. So TP1 will come to this support area and TP2 will come to this support area. So let's go to the forward time frame because I want to show us something. So guys, this sell move for the BTC/USD is going to take time. Before this sell move, I'm expecting that the BTC/USD is going to pull back down to the support area here, because I'm seeing that there's an area of value at this support area in which the market is going to come down first before going back up. The market will first come down to this support. From this support is where the market will go back up before it will start coming down. So this sell move at this point will take time because the market will first come down to this support, then from this support start moving to the upside. If I get a clean buy setup at this support area, I will buy the BTC/USD from this point. Even though this buy move will not be smooth, it will be going up and down, up and down, up and down, but eventually it will come to this resistance area. From there, which I expect the sellers to come in from here. If I take my Fibonacci from this swing low to this swing high, I can see there's a clean 61.8 at this point. Clean 61.8. So in the coming days, I'll be expecting the BTC-USD. It will first of all come down to this support area before going back. But my major entry for the BTC-USD is the sell move from this point. To sell the BTC-USD from here. To sell the BTC-USD from here. So, but you know, it's not going to go direct from here to the upside. So first of all, come back down here, because this is where there is liquidity that will push this price up. There are a lot of buyers here. There are buyers. You can see this is good support, good support, good support. At this point, even at this point, you can see the head and shoulder traders. You know, they are looking at this point also. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder will come down here. Good, you know, support area for the buyers. Good Fibonacci area. At this point, the market will come down to this point. From here, it will start going up. So if I see a clean buy setup at this point, I will buy the BTC-USD. You know, why it rises to this resistance area from there, which I'm going to sell, because the main entry for the BTC-USD, what the big boys are looking for, is to sell the BTC-USD from this point. So, but before then, we're going to see this sell move before, you know, this bullish. So we are going to see this sell move down here, then market go back to this resistance, then from there, you know, price will be coming down. So let's move over to the next pair, which is the Euro-USD. So for the Euro-USD, let's go to the daily time frame. I'm still bearish on the Euro-USD. My bias is still bearish for the USD. Why? Because I can see that the Euro-USD is still trending to the downside. You know, from this point, price departed from this area. Since when price departed from this area, price have been making lower highs, lower low, lower highs, lower low, lower highs, lower low, lower highs, and lower low. We can also see that our price is trading below our 200 EMA. Price is trading below the 200 EMA. So in the coming days, I'm waiting for the Euro-USD to rise to a good resistance area. From there, you know, I'll be looking to sell the Euro-USD, and I'm looking at this area, saying that this area is a good area. Let's zoom in so that we can look at the past. I stretch this to the past. I can see there's a resistance area at this point. This is a good resistance area. There's a support here. Price will come back into the zone, use it as a resistance area to move, you know, to the downside. So let's just zoom out first. So if I take my Fibonacci from this swing high to this swing low, I can see that this area is a good 5061.8 Fibonacci area. 5061.8 Fibonacci area, 5061.8 resistance, support, resistance. Price come back, use it as a resistance, you know, to go down. You can see, you know, the 200 EMA price is trading below our 200 EMA. So I'm waiting for the Euro-USD in the coming days. Rise to this resistance area. From here, the sellers coming will join them. TP1 will come back. TP1 will come back at this support area at 1.13670. Then TP2 will come at this area 1.10771. Let's go to the forward time frame so that we'll see this price action clearly. You can see that area here. Good support, resistance. Price come here. You know, the sellers come back, and then let's go back to the next pair, which is the gold. So for the gold, you know, the gold is also, we are bearish on the gold. You can see after price departed from this supply area, since price departed for this supply, you can see this is a good supply. There's a resistance here, resistance here. This one is a fake out resistance from where the price. But since price dropped from this supply area, price have been creating lower highs, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, characteristics of a bearish market. And we can see that our price is trading below, you know, the 200 EMA. It means that, you know, the gold is still bearish. It means that the gold is still bearish. So what we'll be looking for in the gold, you know, is a good resistance area where we can sell the gold. And I can see that, you know, this place is a good area of value. Price of acting as a resistance here. Acting as a resistance here, support here, there's a resistance here. So waiting for price to come back to this area, use it as a resistance and take this price back down. Let's go to the line chart so that I can show you guys something. You can see even on the line chart, good resistance, good support, come back and act as a resistance from there. The price will be coming back. If we take our Fibonacci, we'll take our Fibonacci from swing high to swing low. Swing high, swing low. You can see that this area is a good 5061.3 Fibonacci area. Good 5061.3 for the Fibonacci area. Good area of value, support, resistance. Resistance, support, come back and act as a resistance, price, start coming down. So you can see that this area is a very good one. Let's go back to the 4-hour time frame. That is that area here. So in the coming days, I'll be waiting for the gold for price to pull back to this area. Then wait for the sellers to come in. This is where we'll be selling the gold from. Then from here, entry can be anywhere from the starting of this zone, 43 days, 43.54. Stop loss can be here at 44.62. TP1 can come down at this point. TP1 can come here at 41.05. Then TP2, there's a demand area at this point. TP2 can come down here at 39.14. So guys, thank you for staying till the end. This is the 3 pairs we'll be analyzing today. Maybe by next week we'll look at Nasdaq and gold. So we'll just be treating the BTCs, the Euro years, and the gold for today. So guys, please take care of your accounts. Remember, we are entering the first week of the month of August, and the first week for a swing trader is not always a very good day. So please be careful, protect your capital. Until I see you next week, God bless you.